All right, so I tend to use a low bar position, not a high bar. Just started years ago and I like it because it really gets more of the hip activity that I'm interested in. And the only thing you got to really think about is come up with a nice strong stance, usually into a full extension. I'll try and stay light. Start loading up. As for foot position, again, I use a wide stance in boxing. If your sport requires a wide stance, you might want to use one. The squat's more basic than you think. You don't have to spend a lot of time on technique. There's two things you don't want to do, and that's really let your back crumble, and to go beyond the point that you can control the up with your legs, where the body crumbles. For warm-up sets, I don't rest long. I use maybe max 60 seconds for warm-ups as I build up. Then when I get to work sets, I'll go. There is distinct time periods for sets. So when you're working around 6 reps, now starting to switch into transition of power, generally you need at least about 180 seconds, 3 minutes of rest in order to have enough recovery to do what you need to do, reach the kind of fatigue you want over several sets. So that's it. That's again, if the focus is on building that max strength and a bit of power. Right now I'm just warming up still. So again, I like wide stance. It's something that I use in boxing. And you know, I always kind of go fast. I'm not doing it for bodybuilding so much where I want that deep, slow burn. If you're a combat athlete, you know the last thing you want in your muscle is a pump. A muscle pump is a slow muscle. Any good boxing or combat coach knows that. So I'm not trying to create that, I'm trying to create a nice explosive feeling. Yeah, I go up about 10-15 kilos a shot. That's 20 to 30 pounds, 20 to 40 pounds each shot. This rig is supposed to be counterbalanced, it's not, so you've got not only the weight of the bar plus an extra 10 kilo of each of these brackets. So this is a very heavy squat. Other things, try and keep your focus up rather than down. And now I'm just feeling that weight. So now we're up to, now the set's getting a bit of weight. It's 110 kilos, not a lot, but I don't want to take any chances with my back. So I always warm up without the belt just to build a bit of strength in my core. Anybody who knows weight training knows enough about the belt. Set moderate and good to go. Just the most important for me is a little bit of snap. Now we're going up to first work set. I think 130, 140 kilos. Pop. 140 kilos including the brackets and the bar. Safety colors are always good. Even a Smith machine can break down, so. Whether you use a Smith machine or free bar, please don't buy the hype. You're both doing the same thing. You're adding load to the muscles, unless you're a squatter for a living. On the Smith machine, the body has to adjust. So you see my body doing things under the bar. On a free bar, the bar will adjust from the top. So if you see funny movements happening in here, it's kind of common when you push up with heavy load on a Smith machine, whereas with a free bar, movements are going to happen that actually change the position of the bar. But here that's fixed, so you don't get that option. So your body's correcting underneath. Okay, I've set the low bars for about a 3/4 squat. I just want to hit the weight. I don't want to worry about what's going at the bottom. It has no sort of sport specific or need for me. I don't need to do 160 kilos to the bottom. It doesn't do anything for me physically or sport-wise right now. And at my age, I'm more protective than not. So I kind of go lower in the warm-up sets with lightweight, but then I set this here just to bang out a good 1/2 to 3/4 squat, which is about 80% of any maximum motion I'm going to do in life. Actually, it's still easy. We're going to add the 2.5s on there, only for 165 kilos. 2.2, you do the math, about 350. At 56, 57 years old, not bad, huh? One of the reasons you wait the rest time in between, it's a lot of things. Replenishes your ATP-PC, restores the nervous system, because ultimately you're trying to keep a high level of output between sets, and speed and power work is like that. But the other thing is you're trying to bring your heart rate down. Your heart rate is kind of an indication of what's going on in the body metabolically. So if you're still huffing and puffing and you get into that next set, it might become more conditioning work than power work. So I'm gonna give it another 60 seconds, just let my heart rate come down one more notch, feel good, and then we're gonna pump it out because we've also gone up a little bit, so it's 165 kilos. So yeah, the focus on this one is power, speed, or strength, and I want that to be reflected in the rest time, which still falls between 3 to 4 minutes. All right, that's 3 minutes, so suit up. It's too easy. Push 30, maybe 40. 100% I would load more today. That was 6 reps at 165 of a 3/4 squat. And it wasn't easy, but I could handle a lot more. But the other thing I do now, almost always, I air early. I step back. So if you're in your 20s and 30s, now's the time to go and push. You're feeling strong, definitely add more to the bar. If you're starting to get older, those little tweaks come quickly. This is perfect, I'm happy with that. It's a nice session. Put in the work, I'll step back. So you gotta be really smart with your body. And I know older guys aren't always sure if they should be pushing. I push at 80% right now because that 20% is where things go wrong. And a little pain in my back or my quad and it happens, means I'm not doing this for the next month, and I don't want that. So just be so smart when you're loading. Take your wins bit by bit. And yeah, keep your body strong and able to do something the next day.